What's up, YouTube? My name is Talon, and today I'm here to talk and review Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Off the bat, I'll say already this season of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man puts this season in the top 3 of the best Spider-Man TV series. I would say my number 1 is still Spider-Man, the animated series. Behind that is Spectacular Spider-Man, which was sadly cut short and canceled with the buying of Marvel and Spider-Man. And then number 3 would be, of course, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. But I think Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man has a lot of potential that can, bring us more, because just out of this first season, I feel like his origin story was done really well. Although there's some things that I don't like about it, how it was like super closely connected to the MCU in like a parallel universe. I could pass on that. But as far as like everything else goes, I think it was really good. My favorite like side plot story had to be with Lonnie Lincoln, aka Tombstone. Tombstone was probably one of like those characters in Spider-Man's rogue galleries that was, cool when you saw him, but he's not one of those characters that you would put in your top 6 in the rogue gallery. So it was cool to actually care about this character and, see how his path of destruction could come, because you see it every day in life where kids start hanging out with the wrong crowd, or they're forced into something that they don't want to do, and in turn they ruin their life. Like he ruined his football life and what he was having going, like as far as getting to college and then hopefully to the pros after that. I do have one gripe with the whole Lonnie Lincoln story. It's mainly his football story, because you see this a whole lot with random TV shows or movies that like just put in a random sports scene in there. But in no way, unless it's like Pee-wee or something, will you see a quarterback being number 36. Just bring in some football advisors or someone who knows just a little bit about football, so that they can not continue to do this down the line. And this ain't just Marvel. This is, all across the board, as, any movie or TV series, every time they have like football, basketball, or whatever, they always make like just simple little mistakes that the everyday watcher won't know unless you're a fan of the sport. But like I said, you won't catch a quarterback wearing number 36. Either go with 3 or number 6. I played football all my life. Even did 1 year of college football. So I feel like my knowledge in football can go a long way, but you won't see a number 36 football player. But I did like the constant suit changes in the beginning of the season up until like the last few episodes that we got the actual Spider-Man suit. Some of them, of course, I could have passed on. I would have preferred not to see the white suit, which is the Future Foundation Fantastic Four suit. Would have preferred not to see that, because I feel like if they ever introduce any other like bigger teams into this series, like the Fantastic Four, or even like get to see more of the Avengers, that's a suit that they could have saved for like maybe that storyline. I don't want to spoil what happens and why exactly Peter gets that suit, but it's a great story and why he becomes a part of the Fantastic Four. But yeah, that's something that they could have saved for there. But I mean, maybe at this point now, since they included that suit in the series, they really don't plan on doing it. But other than that, if I had to rank this season, I would probably put it at a 8 out of 10. I feel like the animation was really good. The animation really reminded me of the Ultimate Spider-Man video game, and even some of the comics. And of course, like it was a very modern take on his origin story, which was cool. But then you still got that old classic feeling of it. And if you ever played the Ultimate Spider-Man game, there's certain points where like they actually show it as a comic book, and in this series they kind of did the same, and like it literally looks like a comic book coming to life and has been animated. So I really like the animation. Like if you understand the animation behind this show and the reasons they did it, you'll probably like it, because some people just don't understand the animation, so they think it's bad animation. And I don't think that's the case. I think the animation was done really well. I did enjoy all the characters that we've gotten in this series, because there's just so many where they could take, a few of these characters, and 2 seasons from now, because they're working on season 2 right now, and they already have season 3 in like the works. So seasons from now, we could see better versions of some of these characters, or see them go down a different path, because even the football coach, Lonnie's football coach, he's this character. It's like literally a football player superhero. I want to say his name is like Superstar or something like that, something crazy. But even Peter's friend, she's at some point, she's a magic user. Everybody knows Harry Osborn. There's been versions of him who has become Hobgoblin, or like any other characters. And then like there's still so many characters that we haven't gotten yet, like Green Goblin, J. Jonah Jameson. Like there's so many that just has me excited for the future of this show. And then I might have said that like I don't like how it's a parallel universe to the MCU, but there is changes about Spider-Man's origin that I really did enjoy, like having Peter's dad in jail. So now it's starting to remind me of Andrew Garfield and how his origins kind of was, because his dad wasn't doing any shady things, but he did something to where he had to go on a run. And if you ever seen the deleted scenes for TASM 2, his dad actually didn't die in the plane crash. Now, deleted scenes aren't canon unless said they were, so his dad could have been still alive, or his dad, is probably dead. You never know. But with this story, his dad is in jail, so now I'm starting to think, did he have something to do with the death of Peter's mom, and like what actually happened to force him to go to jail, and then in turn for Peter to have to stay with Aunt May and Uncle Ben? Did Peter's dad have something to do with Uncle Ben's death? Because Uncle Ben's death isn't the deciding factor of why this version of Spider-Man becomes Spider-Man. Like there's so many questions that I'm excited to learn as we get more of this show. We did see Uatu the Watcher at the end of the series. I'm hoping that they do not try to connect this to What If, because I swear to God, Marvel, if Captain Carter shows up at some point, you guys might lose me with this show. I just hope that does not happen. I want this to be a Spider-Man story, because this was a great Spider-Man story. It was a new take. Not everything has to be the same. So I'm excited for the future of this show so far. I think a lot of the designs that we got, especially like Scorpion and stuff, is going to change and become better. It looks like Lonnie Lincoln, he's starting to get his white skin and really become Tombstone. So it's really looking like something that could be very enjoyable for the next few seasons. He's only a freshman in this first season. They could do a time jump, because they kind of did do like a 4-month time jump in like after the first 3 episodes or something. So it's very possible that they could do another time jump the next season. It doesn't have to take place his sophomore year. It could be his junior year or something like that. I really want at some point for him to get the symbiote suit, but I think he should get the symbiote suit after he's in college but definitely after it, he's out of high school. I think the symbiote story is always good when he's not in high school. So, but other than that, I believe that's everything that I really wanted to hit, and what I enjoyed, what I did not enjoy. I definitely recommend watching this because this is not like the Disney Spider-Man series that they tried to do a few years ago that was on like Disney XD that was just called Marvel Spider-Man. It's not like that whatsoever. They got actual mature writers on here. There's not like cussing in here, but it's like mild cussing. Like in the first episode, I'm pretty sure it's a TikToker that plays NPC Miles. He says, look at that dumbass costume he's wearing, or something like that. But there's definitely a little bit of blood and some violence. So if you ever wanted to watch this with your like son or even daughter, I would probably make sure that they're probably between like 6 and 7 and above, to where they can like actually understand what's going on and not be afraid of it. But again, that's all up to you as a parent. But I definitely recommend watching it, no matter how old you are. This is a great Spider-Man story. Like I said, I see it as an 8 out of 10 right now as season 1. But I think this show has a lot of potential for the future of Spider-Man. So hopefully the MCU actually takes notes from this. I know in Spider-Man 4, the director has changed to the Shang-Chi director. I want to say his name is like Daniel something. I forget his name. It's slipping off the top of my head right now. But the guy who directed Shang-Chi is supposed to be directing Spider-Man 4, and we're supposed to get a new cast of characters as far as like the side characters. So Peter is probably going to have a new love interest, a new best friend, and all that. That's something that I've been asking for. That's something that I'm happy with, because I wasn't the biggest fan of Zendaya's MJ. Also not the biggest fan of Ned Leeds. So hopefully we get a Harry Osborn, a Black Cat love interest, something along those lines. Those are what my wants are. But we'll see. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought about Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Where would you rank it with all the other Spider-Man cartoons, and what's your favorite? And then also don't forget to subscribe, because I am trying to get to 200 subscribers. We're almost there, right around the corner from hitting that goal. We're going to give away some comic books at 200 subscribers. And then we got another giveaway coming at 500. So stay tuned, keep subscribing, keep liking these videos, and keep commenting. And I'll see you later in the next video, guys.